welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Natalia, this is Crafting with Natalia, and today we have a special Halloween edition. Because why not? Why not go for it? I promised you update on my Halloween lady, and then I thought, oh well, let's have some fun. So, I hope you're having a great Halloween. I've got updates for you. So, because my last episode I finished on a bit of a cliffhanger, because I said, well, I was showing you the things I brought with myself from the retreat, and then I realized the video was already like an hour long and I still had so much stuff to show you. So I decided I was gonna split it into 2 parts, and today is part 2, and I thought, well, since it's Halloween, then well, let's make it Halloween Flosstube. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where we stopped the last episode. I think I may kind of maybe spread things out around the episode to not make it too boring. So I was giving you some updates from the retreat. Well, my 2 retreats, because I went for 2 retreats. One was the Floss Friends UK, and the other one was Stitch in London. And so I brought lots of stuff, and I haven't shown you everything just yet. So I've got some goodies. First of all, people were so super generous at both retreats, and even people I didn't know gave me gifts. And also in my smalls exchange at Stitch in London, I received this massive package full of lovely gifts as well. So maybe I can start with that. I can show you some of the things that I received. So I've got a little pile here. One thing that I absolutely love, it makes me so happy every time I look at it. So I mentioned Edita in my last video. Edita is a lovely Polish lady who is also my subscriber, and she actually came to the retreat after I said on my channel that I was going to the retreat. So she came to Redford, and straight away she gave me a little package, a gift package with little goodies inside. And yes, inside this package was this lovely bag, which is like a very soft fabric bag with this sparkly N, because my name is Natalia, so that makes perfect sense. It also has this lovely little, sorry, my hair is kind of playing up, but it's got this lovely little, how do you call this? Tassel, right? Tassel, that's the name. Yes, and I brought it, well, I kept using it at both retreats to store like my scissors and like little things, I have some floss inside, because at, I have stuff inside. So, oh, lovely, this little autumn leaf. But so I have some scissors inside, because one of the lovely ladies at the Stitch in London, who was sitting at my table, one of those lovely ladies gave me these beautiful scissors. Okay, so I've got these lovely scissors, but also, I wonder if I have them here as well. Because I also got myself in Redford, I got myself another lovely pair of little scissors, because I just thought they were super cute. So I also have them here. Okay. And I also have this lovely floss. Look at that, guys. And guess where this floss is from. So I don't know if my camera shows it really well, but it's got this, so it's like a gray blue floss with lots of like speckles, like blue speckles through it. It's really pretty, really pretty. I don't know if I have something I can show you this on better, but hopefully you can see. So this is Leo and Roxy floss, because as I mentioned last week, I met Caroline from Evertotes, and she came with the lovely lady who does I think it's Hannah, who does the dyeing of these flosses. So they brought floss, which was especially dyed for the retreat, the Stitch in London retreat. So they brought this lovely floss, yay! And everybody got one skein, yeah, that's how you call it, of floss. So that was really, really lovely of them, and I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, but it's really beautiful. Yeah, and it's really, I've never had a floss like this, so that's really cool. And then I think I also got some from another lovely lady, and I'm getting confused who gave me what at this point, guys, because I got so many different things from so many different people. But I got these little, I don't know if I can show you this, but like these little things that you can put on your finished piece. Sorry. It seems to be the best when I show it on me because I'm darker than my background. But so this is a little Christmas tree and a little tiny, ooh, that's hard to show, a little tiny star. That is really hard to show. But they came with these little things as well that you can use to attach them to your finished cross stitch, and they like little kind of wooden charms, I guess, that you can put on like a Christmassy finish. So that's really cool. I also have this kind of holographic or like sparkly needle minder that also one of the ladies, I think this was the lady that came from Germany to Stitch in London, she was giving one to everyone at the retreat as well. So that was very, very cool. Okay, so that's some free stuff. Oh yes, I'll show you some more here. In my smalls exchange in Stitch in London, I got a few things. Well, with my, it was a really big package. There was lots of stuff in there. I felt like really bad because like my package was very small. I didn't know, I've never done smalls exchange before. I think next year I will put more stuff in mine because I felt kind of like maybe I should have made a bigger package. But you live and you learn. Anyway, some smalls were very small, some smalls were very big. So I guess it varies depending what, what every person brings. I mean, I'd be happy with a very small, but I was kind of last in the queue or close to last, and this big package was left, and I felt, all right, then I'll take it. If no one else wants it, why not? I'm gonna take it. But anyway, one of the things that was in the package was this, which is like, these are felt squares. So you can use them to like finish your cross stitch, like small cross stitch pieces, and they're in like Christmassy colors. So I think that's really cool. So I think I will try and make good use of them one day when I start finishing more smalls, and maybe for another smalls exchange I can try and figure out something as well to do with those. So that's great. Then there was also this little chart of from Heart in Hand of like a Santa December. Also very cute. From another lady at our table. Actually, I think all the ladies at above the tables where I was stitching were very, very lovely. But actually, I think this is the bag that the scissors came in that I showed you earlier. And then these ones, these are floss, well, they I think if you make like a hole in them, then you can make them into floss drops. And I thought Elaine gave me those, but then they say Penny floss drops. So I'm actually not sure anymore who gave me those, or who originally maybe Penny distributed them around the table and then I turned up and Elaine gave them to me. I'm not sure. But anyway, they've got this lovely cute dog, which I assume is Penny's dog, or a dog that looks like Penny's dog. But anyway, they're really, really cute. Okay. And I'm almost there with the gifts, and then I'll show you something else. Another thing that we got was this floss. So again, more floss. So basically, at Redford Retreat, so Floss Friends UK, everybody got a piece of floss, or yeah, like a floss drop with a floss. I don't know how to say it, right? And you could pick from the bag, so kind of everybody got, well, there was different colors basically. And I kind of just put a hand in the bag and I pulled this one out. So these are hand dyed by Coffee Craft Fabrics. So Megan from Coffee Craft Fabrics, she does lovely hand dyed fabrics. Sorry. Fabrics and hand dyed floss as well, and this is one of her flosses. I think I may have already done so. I don't know if it was that long originally, or I may have already messed it up. But anyway, so this is lovely floss, which is like a brown floss with like lighter and darker browns in it. So that's a really nice color as well. I quite like. Actually, I realized that I really like stitching with brown floss. Like I'm making no sense, because you know what, I keep looking at the camera and I keep seeing this weird thing, and I'm like, I keep getting very distracted by this. Are you guys also getting very distracted by this? Was this a bad idea? But anyway, so I don't know about you guys, what colors you like stitching with. Maybe you can let me know in the comments what colors you like stitching with. And I generally like bright colors, and I like blues and pinks and I don't know, all sorts of colors. But I've noticed lately that I actually really enjoy brown DMC as well, like the different shades of brown. And I don't know, it doesn't bother me stitching with brown at all. I kind of like it. So yeah, so this is another brown to add to my collection, and I'm going to make a good use of it at some point when I figure out what to do with it, basically. But I do like it. Okay. So a couple more things that I received in my smalls exchange. I received this lovely planner for 2023, which I'm wondering if maybe I could use to plan my, well, you know how bad I am at planning my crafty projects, but I was hoping that maybe I can make some use of it to plan my cross stitch and diamond painting and whatever other projects I may have in mind. Maybe make some plan for each week what I could work on. I don't know yet, but I think this could be really, really useful. And then finally, I also got this board, which I guess you could use for finishing something, but I think you have to be a bit clever how to use it. And I'm not very clever, so I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with it. And if you guys have any ideas what could be finished on this board, please let me know. Because right now I don't know what to do with this board. So yes, let me know if you have any thoughts about this. Okay. So now, well, now what I can show you is actually some stitching, because I know you're here for the stitching, despite that it doesn't look like a very stitchy channel right now. Also, I realized I forgot to put my little light on. This light I got from Edita. I had it on last week. I wanted to put it on again. Yay! And today I have a little assistant, as you may have noticed. Because it's Halloween. This is Bella Boo the Bat. Bella Boo is a lovely design that I got from, well, I got it as a kit from the Wee Woolly Wonderfuls, and I showed it on my channel. Well, it must have been a year ago, because she was released for Halloween, and I pretty much stitched her in like 2 or 3, well, I don't know, in a very short time, in maybe 2 or 3 evenings. So I was just like stitching away and trying to get her done, and she actually took much less time than I expected. But she is quite small, but she is really, really cute. So she's my Halloween bat assistant. Isn't she lovely? Yes, and I just want to say, the Wee Woolly Wonderfuls, they have really lovely kits for beginners. If you've never done amigurumi, like this is my second one that I ever did, my second ever crochet and my second ever amigurumi project. But the instructions from them are so clear, and they have like YouTube tutorials for how to make these things. So it's actually much easier than you may think. I have to get back to my amigurumi, by the way, because I haven't been crocheting at all for, you know, for a long time. So this is on my list of things to do, but she is probably my favorite finish. Not that I had many, but she is my favorite amigurumi thing I ever made. I really love the wings and the ears, and she is super cute. Yeah, and the little tail. Yeah, so she's going to be sitting here waving at you. Yes, so so let's move on to some stitching for now. I know I giggle a lot in my videos, but I've been told by many of you that you enjoy it and that you like laughing along with my videos. My theory is that people don't really watch me for the cross stitch, because I don't think my cross stitch is good enough compared to the other Flosstubes. But I guess maybe people need a bit of laughter in their life, so maybe they put me on when they need some cheering up. And by the way, they get a little bit of cross stitch as well. Anyway, that's my theory. But back to cross stitch and back to retreats. So when I got to stitch in London, we got a lovely goodie bag. There was like well, it was a really lovely bag that contained many things. Well, I can't remember everything that it contained, but it contained 2 charts that were included as part of the retreat. And one actually was a kit, so you not only got the chart, but you also got the flosses, and you also got the fabric, and you also got the, well, depending, so you could choose whether you wanted to finish it as a flat finish or as a pillow. And I'm a bit scared of pillows, so I chose the flat finish. So I also got like a board, a mounting board or whatever you call it. And also there was some like backing fabric as well included in the kit, and some pom-pom trim as well. And that was, so there was 2 charts. So the other chart was just the chart with no kit, but it was a very simple chart, just 2 colors. Very, very lovely chart as well, but I was being a bit silly, so I didn't realize there were 2 charts at first. I just thought there was one with the kit, and then I discovered the second one a bit later in the retreat, and when I saw that other people were stitching it as well. But anyway, so the first chart that I'm going to show you, because I actually managed to finish that piece when I was at the retreat, which was kind of embarrassing, because then people started clapping because I had to finish, and it was a very small thing and I didn't even do a very good job of it, and also I don't like being like in, you know, having a lot of attention on me when I'm in a big group of people, because I get very embarrassed. So anyways, so that was that. But I did manage to finish it, and then when I came back home the next day, then I also tried to like actually finish it properly, but well, properly was maybe too big a word. I managed to actually make it into a finished piece that kind of holds together. It hasn't fallen apart yet, so but I used a lot of glue, to be honest. I didn't want to spend too much time, to be honest, finishing this. I just wanted to have it like a little souvenir and just to show you guys. So I did glue some things together rather than stitching them properly or sewing them or anything. But anyway, so I can show you now. So this design was designed by Yasmin from Yasmin's Made with Love. I will link her channel below, because her channel is so great, and her stitching is so great, and yeah, she also makes great designs. So she's a very talented lady who is also Polish, by the way, and who also lives in London. So Yasmin is great. You should definitely check her out if you haven't already. Yes, and what else do I want to say? So she designed this chart, and this chart is, well, I'll just show you because I don't know what else to say about it. But this is my finish from Stitch in London. Yay! So you can see that it's got this little guard, like the Queen's Guard or whatever you call, well, I think they're called beef eaters, aren't they, with the big hats? I mean, I have a big hat today, but these guards, I think they're called beef eaters, because back in the day, I think they could afford beef and other people couldn't, or something like that. I don't know if it's true actually, but it's a story that I heard when I was younger. Anyway, Yeah, it's got also like lots of stitchy bits, like these little spools of floss. It's got the queen's like her initials and the crown, some keys, and also a British flag, a Union Jack. And also I have, so another lovely lady gave us these like magnetic things that you could use to make it like I had another magnet basically, so I made a needle minder out of it, and I just attached it here because I thought it fits really nicely on this project. Yeah, so, and this is the backing fabric that we got with the kit, so I just used it to finish it like this, and I used these pom-pom trim here, so it's just a small finish. Yeah. It's got batting as well in it, or like whatever you call this thing that you put between your stitched piece and the board. So that was also included in the kit. Okay, so that's my Stitch in London piece. The second piece I haven't stitched it, at least not yet, but that one was designed by Rose Clark Crafts, or Rose Clark Craft, who also has a channel on YouTube, who I will also link below, and I believe she also has an Etsy shop. I'm not sure if Yasmin has an Etsy shop. Potentially also, I'm not sure. But Rose, she definitely has an Etsy shop, and the design was lovely. I will try and insert a picture, I should be able to find one here, of what the finished thing looked like. The finish, so she finished hers into a little pillow, which was lovely. It was really pretty. So I really like that design as well. Yeah, and you should definitely check her out as well. She's a very lovely, very kind person with lovely comments for everybody, and lots of interesting thoughts as well on her Flosstube. Yeah, and lovely designs as well. So you may get yourself a new chart as well from her. Yeah. So what else should I say? I wonder. I can maybe show you something which actually you haven't seen this before, so I will show you this. This is a very random video, a very random order, because I haven't planned the order of this video. I'm really playing this by ear today, because you know it's Halloween, and witches are very busy people around Halloween, and I didn't have time to plan this properly. It is Friday evening, and it's been a long week, a busy week. Well, not as busy maybe as some other weeks, but you know, it's Friday night, so Friday night is always, you know, you just want to wind down after a long week. Yes. But yeah, today didn't go as bad as I expected. I expected today to be really busy and chaotic, but actually was alright. So yeah, overall feeling positive. But anyway, but I don't have a plan. That was the bottom line of all this. Okay, so yeah, so without a plan, we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. So I haven't shown you all of my whips last time. So because I don't want to bore you with the retreat talk for the whole video, so I'm going to spread it out through the video. So now I'm going to show you something that I started since the retreat. So it's a new start. Yay, another one. I know. But you know what? I love starting things, and I love having many projects, even though then I don't actually get time to stitch on everything that I want to stitch on, but still, I have all the lovely projects and I love them all. So it's all good. So my new start. So when I was in Stitch in London, there was this lovely lady. I'm not sure what her name was, actually, but she was stitching on The Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna. And I mean, I've seen Barbara Anna's designs before, and I did see Dreaming Girl before and I really loved it. I will insert a picture here of what she looks like just in case if you haven't seen her, but I doubt that you wouldn't have seen her because she is very popular. I mean, Barbara Anna is a very popular designer that I have never stitched before. But Yasmin from Yasmin's Made with Love, she stitches a lot of her designs, and she also brought a finish to stitch in London, Barbara Anna finish, which I was, maybe if you've seen my last video, you would have seen I took a little video of the brag table, but I was kind of, I didn't want to like take too much time filming everything. I was kind of feeling a bit awkward as usual. So I filmed the table kind of, you know, quickly, and then only after I filmed it I realized that there was that finish from Barbara Anna on it, so I don't have a proper close-up of that finish, even though it's very lovely. But if you would like to see that finish from Yasmin, I found that she shows it on her second ever Flosstube video, where she shows a lot of her Barbara Anna finishes, and that one she shows in really real close-up, so you can see it very well. So if you'd like to check that out, it's on her second Flosstube as well. And she did a lovely thing as well. So she finished it into a drum, and she attached. So the Dreaming Girl has a key in her ear, I think, like as an earring. Or is it next to her ear? No, I think it's in her ear. Or maybe it's next. I don't know. Use the picture again, what it should look like. I can't remember where she has the key. But Yasmin attached like a big key charm, or maybe it was just a small key that she found somewhere, attached to, well, where the stitch key was. There was like a real key that was hanging. And I thought that was such a cute idea. And that really inspired me, because there's more things. So basically the Dreaming Girl, she has like this hair that goes like this. And if I had my normal hair, it's more like my normal because it's brown. But today I don't have brown hair. But she has these things that are hanging from her hair, like an acorn and leaves. And yeah, so there's the key and all this stuff is hanging on her hair. It's like autumn kind of related things. And so I thought, well, how cool would it be to stitch her and actually hang a few different things on her hair? Like, and when I saw this, that video, when I saw that video of the brag table and I saw that key, that really gave me that idea. I was already, I think I already started the Dreaming Girl at that point, and then I saw this and I was like, oh, I have to do that. So I also went a bit crazy, and I went on Etsy and I started looking for all the charms, little charms with like keys and leaves and acorns and whatnot. And I got myself way too many charms, but I'm going to use some of them to decorate that hair. And I haven't exactly planned out yet like how exactly I'm going to do it. And well, because I may need to alter the stitching a little bit depending how they fit. Yeah, and how it looks. So I'm going to play around with it, but I haven't got that far yet. So, as I was saying, when I was at the retreat, there was a lady who was stitching it, and that's actually, this lady has, you know what, I have her on Instagram, I think. Because I think she got my small. I think I was the lady who got my small as well, from Smalls Exchange. I will dig through Instagram and see if I can find what her name is on Instagram. But anyway, this lovely lady, she inspired me to stitch this design, even though, well, to be fair, on the brag table, I did see that there was a Barbara Anna on the brag table, but maybe I was distracted by other things and I was still not convinced about Barbara Anna at this point for myself. Like, I like seeing her designs, but I wasn't sure if I would be stitching anything from her. But then I saw this lady stitching on her. I saw it actually from far away. I saw, and oh, I wasn't sure what she was stitching on yet, but I was like, oh, this looks like something good. So I came up to her and asked her what she was stitching, and then she showed me. And she was really far in. She was like close to being finished with her. She was stitching her on this lovely like blue, light blue, kind of like cloud, kind of like sky kind of blue fabric. And she was just looking so gorgeous that I was like, oh, I have to stitch that. And then the funniest thing happened. I came home and the same day, well, I found in my mail, like on my floor, I opened a package, and I was actually waiting for a fabric from Etsy, from a shop, which name I can't remember now, but I will insert here what the name of the oh, I know, it's RiverHutDesigns. RiverHutDesigns. I will put it in the description below as well. But I ordered that fabric thinking about something else in mind, and I wasn't sure what it was gonna look like in real life, because you know what happens when you order fabrics online, they can look differently. And I opened that package, and what I saw was perfect fabric. Now again, probably my camera is going to make it a little bit too pale, because I think in artificial light it struggles a little bit to pick the colors up. I'm just trying to show you the color. But this is like a very light sky blue, which's got like kind of cloudy almost appearance, because it's got like lighter blue and slightly darker shades of blue, which like the lighter ones come very close to kind of being like even whitish, though it's not white. But yeah, so it's very like this lovely, it's very similar to that fabric that the lady was using at the retreat. And I saw that fabric when I opened it. I was like, okay, this is a sign. I am definitely going to stitch her. And so I did. I ordered because you can download the PDF directly from Creative Poppy. So I went on Creative Poppy and I bought myself this chart. And I started stitching it pretty much straight to like the next day after the retreat or something. And so this is how far I got. So you can see I've started with these. So this is the bottom. this bottom corner. And I never know how to say it, because I get confused, guys, because when I look down at it, for me this is bottom left, so I guess that's how I should say it. Yes, this is bottom left corner, but when I look at the screen, obviously it turns into bottom right, so my brain is very confused with this, but I think this is bottom left corner for you guys of the design, because it is what it is for me if I look at it like this. And so I stitched these leaves, and some of these just these flowers here in the corner, and I've also stitched her shoulders and and kind of her chest, the part of her blouse that you can see, because this is the very bottom of the design, so this is cut off, and this is gonna be her head, and so anyway. So this is what I've stitched. Oh, and you may notice on the original on the original design, maybe I should insert the photo for the third time here to show you guys. This is actually brown, but I didn't like it being so brown, because already her shoulders are dark brown and all these bits around are brown, and then this I think this thing in the middle, this is like, I think this is also the same as the shoulders, so it's like very dark brown, and then this is just slightly lighter brown, so I thought it would be too brown, so I wanted to lighten up and also make this more visible as well, that middle bit, so I actually stitched this in white around. So I've just changed the color of her shirt basically. So this is where I got with this one, and I'm really excited to try all the charms. I don't know yet which ones I'm going to use, but I have some really nice ones. So ones that are really, I think these will be really cute. I found these ones. So I may use one of them. These are like little leaves, and they actually have like holes on both sides, so then the thread could go through the leaf. I found some acorns, but they may be a bit too big, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet, these acorns, because they're also very round, so I'm not sure how they would be sitting on the cross stitch. I've got some keys as well, so yeah, some key charms. I've got, but maybe if I can't use the acorn, I could use these like pine cones. I think they're so cute. I love these little pine cones. I'd really like to use one of the pine cones. And I also have some, well, there's like another leaf that's tiny. So I have leaves like of different size as well. So I'm hoping some of them will fit, or at least maybe I can use different sizes. Maybe one at the end, one in the middle, I'm not sure. But I also have these leaves, which I thought also were very pretty. Yes, I have some small leaves, some bigger leaves, slightly different colored leaves as well. And like, I don't know, there was these little kind of heart things as well, but I don't know why. I may use it for something else, but I thought they were cute as well, so I have them as well. Anyway, so I've got all those charms and I'm very excited about using some of them and seeing how this will look in the end. So I'm going to have fun with that. But first of all, I need to stitch some more so that I can start playing around with it. So for now, you know, I have to keep going. So yeah. More stitching. I need to stitch it fast so I can try all these charms. Okay, but anyway, so that's my whip number 1 for this week. But I also have some whips that I haven't shown you on my last video. So I think I should show you. Because in October, I said at the end of September that I wanted to stitch something pink in October, because October is the month for breast cancer awareness. And I'm a scientist, believe it or not, I am a scientist, and I work in cancer diagnostics. So I thought, you know, I should really do something that's related to the fact that this is Pink October. So yes, so my idea was like, maybe I'll pick 2 or 3 projects which have pink in them, and that way I can, I don't know, kind of, I can make some progress on some of my whips and also feel like, yeah, I'm doing something, you know, for Pink October as well. So I'm going to show you a couple of whips that I worked on in October that I thought have some pink in them and would be nice to pick up this month. Okay, so I think that the most pink project that I have is actually my Mirabilia. And I don't stitch on my Mirabilia very often, and I'm still very unconvinced about whether I should be stitching Mirabilias at all. I was always curious, because a lot of people talk about Mirabilias, and it's a very like popular, like a hot topic in cross-stitch world. So I really wanted to find out, you know, to see what it's like to stitch a Mirabilia and what they look like when you stitch them. Yeah, and just like to see if they're as great as people say. And yeah, and just to know what it's like, you know, to stitch a Mirabilia. So I have one Mirabilia on the go, and it's this one. So it's very Flora. Yeah, so it's one of the older ones actually. So I think this one was published in like 1994 or something. Yes, and I'm stitching her on a very simple fabric. It's not a hand-dyed fabric, because at that point I still didn't used to use hand-dyed fabrics at all when I started her. So this is just a 32 count Murano in I think this is in slate blue. I think this is slate blue because it's kind of like a grayish kind of blue. And I'm going to try and find, if I have a picture somewhere, I can't remember when I showed you her last time, but what she looked like last time. I'm going to try and insert it here. But I've been stuck on her skin for quite a while, because I also wanted to see what all the fuss was about with the 1/1 skin. But then I went, well, because I watch a lot of Teresa Little Stitcher, and she actually said recently that you can, instead of doing 1/1 skin, you can do 2/110 stitch skin, which goes much faster. So I thought I'll try that, because 1/1 sounds like a lot of work, so maybe 2/1 is slightly better. So I'm trying to do that, but it's taking me forever and ever and ever. But I am getting closer to finishing the skin. So let me see if I can show you where I am now. So if you've seen the previous picture, I already had some of the skin. So I already had one arm done. And I believe when I showed you last time, I had a little bit more done as well on her here, like her collarbones and like maybe this a bit of the second arm, I'm not sure. But anyway, so this is where she is today. Oh my god, why is she so pale? She is very pale. I can give her some shadow with my hat. So sorry. No. Okay, so yeah, she's very pale. She's not normally that pale. I don't know, maybe she's ill. She should, oh, this is more, well, this is still pale, but a bit more color when I show her very close up to the camera. But she is very pink. I mean, all her dress is pink. And so hopefully you can see. So basically I've been working on all of this, this bit. And that's a lot of work, but she even has an eye. There's an eye. You know, she kind of looks like from a horror. She kind of creeps me out now, actually. She really creeps me out when I look at her, because she's like this weird person that only has part of their face and part of their neck and stuff. So she's kind of like from a horror movie. So I think she's actually very fitting for Halloween. Actually, if you think about it, I've got one headless person. And I've got one lady in a fancy dress with part of her face. So it really is shaping like a horror Halloween movie. But so there's not much to see really. If you look, I think until she actually has all of her face finished, and until I'm actually like, I'll stitch like her hair and maybe some more of her dress, you know, and some of the surrounding bits. Like I just have this little bit of that flower here. Until I stitch something more complete, then she doesn't really look like anything. Like she's not really going to be very attractive. In this light she looks a bit more. This is what she looks like in real life, I think. More, yeah, so a bit darker. But my camera seems to be changing its mind. But this is more closer to what I see and when I look at her. Yeah, so she's not like, I don't know, I'm still not convinced, because obviously she still doesn't look like anything much, and this skein is taking me so much time, and I'm not really sure if it's worth the effort, because somehow my 2/110 stitch doesn't look very good. I don't know, I'm not sure if I like it. I think maybe next time I won't bother. I will just do the normal 2/2 stitches and then forget this idea. But I have to finish her now because I'm already, you know, this far in, so I just have to keep going. And I really want to get this skein out of the way first, because I like to do the things that I don't like first, so that I can then enjoy the rest of the process without having to worry, oh, I still have to do this horrible thing, you know. It seems like, you know, if I eat something, I will eat the things that I eat the least first, and then I leave like the good stuff for last, because I want to enjoy it more, you know. So I think maybe it's the same with the stitching. So I really want to finish the skin, but I don't know when I'll pick her back up again. Maybe in November, but I'm not sure. She's not like my favorite project to stitch on, maybe because I don't like stitching her skin, but also I'm just not convinced about her yet, like what she's gonna look like when she's finished. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. So that's my fairy Flora. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've shown you this. Well, I've shown you when I finished, I think I actually just fully finished it just like on the day when I was going to Redford, because my backing to my hoop actually itself with the backing arrived on the day when I was about to take the train to Redford. So I've shown you this embroidery project, which I completed at the end of summer. And it was part of my All Things Sea Craft Along hashtag, which is still ongoing and will be ongoing for a long time, though I haven't been stitching on that many sea related things other than my seahorse. But yeah, but it is definitely, you know, the hashtag is still open for entries if anybody wants to join and stitch on something something sea related, they're most welcome to use this hashtag as well to share it with other people. But anyway, so what I want to say. So yes, so I've shown you this when I finished it, but I didn't show you this in the proper hoop. Like I ordered this hoop from, oh, I have the name of the shop here. Really? Is that the name? I thought it was a different name. But it says here StitchKit's Craft. No, really? I don't know. You know what? I'm not sure if this is the name of the shop. Is it really the name of the shop? I assume so, yes. Stitchkit'sCrafts.com. But in my head it was something else, but I don't know what it was. But here it says Stitchkit'sCrafts.com. But anyway, I will put it in the description below, or also if this is wrong, I will put it on the screen so that you can see what the correct name of this shop is. But they sell hoops which are like finished in different colors. Also, which are you can buy hoops which are finished with like fabric. So you can get like different patterns of fabric around your hoop. You can also just get the fabric and the hoop and do it yourself. And you can get these backs that you can glue to the back of your hoop as well. So that way you have a nice finish on the back as well. So I think that's very neat. And so here you can see this is my embroidery kit, which I got from the Rwandan embroidery. It's very sparkly in real life. I'm not sure how well it shows on here on my camera, but it's basically it's a sea urchin kit. So this is the sea urchin, and it's got lots of like seashells and stones, and the sea, which is made out of like some fancy kind of yarn. And there's like another fancy yarn that makes for like the moss or like the grass that grows in the bottom of the sea. And there's this funny like embroidered seaweed kind of thing, and this like seagrass in here, and lots of like sequins, and there's like French knots as well, and beads, lots of beads. And there's also like this organza fabric at the back that gives you this background colors, and there's some green one here and some blue one here. And basically in the kit they give you all these different materials, and they give you these like rather vague instructions of where you would attach things, but it's really up to you in the end how exactly you finish it and what exactly you attach where. So I really like these kits because they give you lots of like flexibility to be creative and to really go for it, and then like I don't know, play with I don't know, it's kind of like art a little bit with like a three-dimensional art almost. So that's really cool. So you can really be creative with these kits. And this was my first kit from them, and I really, really enjoyed this one. So I'm really glad. I think this hoop works perfectly. I think this was 6-inch hoop, if I'm correct, or maybe 7. But it was yeah, it fits it perfectly. I think maybe it was 7. I don't know. But anyway, I think there is a guidance in the kit itself what size hoop you should use. I think so. Yeah, and I love this turquoise color. So I just wanted to show you this as well. I have another small finish, which is also not technically cross stitch, but it's black work. So something that's also a lot of cross stitchers try it at some point, and you know there are designs that it's kind of like backstitch anyway, so we can consider it backstitch. So I got annoyed with myself that I still haven't finished this, because I was literally just a few hours from finishing it, and I didn't finish this thing for months and months and months. And then also I was needing actually I didn't realize that I still had it, because I think my plan was to finish this within like a couple of hours, or like you know, a couple of evenings, and because of that I think I left it on a Nerd frame, so it was like still on the frame, and I've put it in the box, and I guess because I had in mind that I was going to pick it up and just finish it, then I left it like that. but actually then I didn't finish it for months. And then I was thinking, I used to have a Nerch frame that was bigger, and I was like, whatever happened to that frame? And then I remembered that I still have this sitting in the box on that frame. So and I mostly wanted the frame, but also then I thought, oh, I'll take it off and then I'm going to have to put it back on just to finish it. I'm like, I may just as well finish it first, and then I'll free the frame and I'll have a finish. So I did that. So my finished thing that I wanted to show you is the molecular model from the Steady Thread. So as I said, I'm a scientist, yeah, I wanted to stitch something geeky, I guess. So I saw this and I thought, okay, I should, because I actually have a PhD in chemistry. So that really was rather fitting, because this is a molecular model. Well, I think this is ethane, although it is not exactly like ethane should look like, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because I can't think of anything else that this could be. And if it's ethane, I think I've shown it to you once before, but one more time, let me be a chemist for one more Flosstube. And this is what a molecule of ethane should look like. So mainly you have these two carbon atoms in the middle, which are these two. And then you have these hydrogen atoms, the white ones, on the outside. And so technically these white ones should be smaller than the black ones, because hydrogens are very small and carbons are much bigger. But in this case, they're all equal in size. So that's the thing that doesn't fit, but I can't think of a molecule that exists in nature that looks like this. So I think this is the closest to a real thing. So this is my molecule of ethane. I don't know yet what I'll do with it, really. Guess I should maybe frame it or something, or I don't know really. I don't know where to put it and how to finish it or what to do with it. So I just left it kind of like this for now, and yeah, and I'll see what to do. But yeah, but it was quite cool doing this. I think it looks quite cool in the end. This is just, oh yeah, the fabric was really annoying, because, well, I did it quite soon. Like, I started it quite soon, like very soon in my stitching career. And I ordered, I would never order from this shop again, but I think, well, to be honest, I have no idea what shop it was anymore. But it was one of these shops on eBay that sell very cheap Aida, and that Aida is very crunchy. It's like very, very stiff and very crunchy. It's also very cheap, so that's probably why I bought it from there. But now I'm like, no, I like softer Aida, so this is not for me. I like softer fabrics. So it was I wasn't so nice stitching on this. It's very, very stiff and kind of like, it doesn't have a nice feel to it. But I think it's 16 count. I believe so. Yeah, it looks like 16 count. And it's really like doing a lot of backstitch. So if you hate backstitch, I wouldn't recommend doing black work. But to me, I don't think I enjoy doing just that. I like backstitch. I know I'm one of very few people who actually do like backstitch, although I couldn't do it like all the time. But I don't mind it. Like, I actually quite often enjoy it. In small amounts, small portions of backstitch, I don't mind. I know a lot of people don't like backstitch, but for me, I really love the effect it has. And when you can see your design come to life because of backstitch, I get really excited. So I like that aspect of it. And it doesn't bother me so much, you know, as long as it's not a lot of backstitch, because then it gets a bit tiring. So maybe doing it in small portions is the best thing. But yeah, so if you don't like backstitch, yeah, don't do it. Also, I don't think that many people would actually stitch this, because this is very geeky, honestly. Like, who wants to stitch this? But I did. Yes, so that's some sort of small finish that I have for this month. But I was going to show you my pink projects, and I've completely forgot that I was going to show you my second pink project. But technically, I haven't actually been, I don't know what's the correct way of saying this, but I haven't done the pink yet. I'm not at pink yet. I stitched a bit of blue and purple, and also I did something wrong. But the project that I'm talking about is the Rooster with poppies, which is this design here that I got from a Ukrainian designer, NonStopStitch, on Etsy. And I felt, so that was released not that long ago, just a few months ago. And as soon as it was released, I fell in love with it, because I like roosters and hens and like artwork and stitchy projects that have roosters or hens, and I don't know, I like them. And this rooster was really, really pretty, and the colors on this and the flowers around the rooster, it's just so pretty that I said, oh, I definitely want to stitch that one, it's gonna be gorgeous. And also I like to support the Ukrainian designers as well, so it gave me an opportunity to buy a chart from one of them. So yes, I've shown you what it's supposed to look like, and I don't think I have a picture of the previous one because I think I only ever showed it on my whip parade, and I just had a start on that whip parade of this, so I had barely any stitches in. So most of what you will see is what I've stitched now, like in October, because I had almost nothing stitched. So there is a bit of progress, I have to say that. But also there's a bit of wrong progress. So let me show you what I have, if I can figure out how to do this. Okay. Don't know again about the light. Let me just, tidy it up a bit. I don't know what you can see, because I can't see now what you can see. Hello. Right, so this is, as I'm sure you can figure out, this is part of his tail. So we've got a feather. This is the biggest feather. It's going like this, and there's part of like another feather going here, and another feather, and another feather. So if I insert again a picture here of what it's meant to look like when it's finished, and I show you this, then you should be able to figure it out. But you may also see that my colors don't exactly match what they should be. The reason for that is because I got some things wrong. So here I think one of the, I can't remember the exact story now, the exact numbers, but there were two floss numbers that were very close together. And they were both, one of them was a bit more blue, and one of them was a bit, let me see. Yeah, I think it was like lighter blue and a slightly darker blue on, no, or maybe it was like one of them was more blue and one of them was more purple. Anyway, I grabbed the one that I thought I should be stitching with, and I stitched a big part of this feather. And I was very happy. I've stitched all these stitches. I was like, oh, I'm making really good progress on this. And then I was using pattern keepers, so I was done with this symbol. So then I selected the next symbol, and then I looked at the number of that symbol, and that was the floss I have been stitching with already, all those stitches. And then I looked for like what it should have been, and I think I stitched with the blue one instead of the more purple one. But then I was like, does it really matter so much? Like, I hate frogging, guys. I really hate frogging. So I did mix up, accidentally I must have grabbed, basically the two colors were next to each other, and I must have grabbed what I thought was the right color, but actually I grabbed the wrong bag, I used the floss away bags. I grabbed the wrong bag, then the one next to it, and without realizing I started stitching with it. And I don't know if it matters. Like, I think the colors are still pretty. They're still really pretty colors, so I don't know if that's such a big deal that I've mixed in just that one feather, that I've mixed that color. Well, maybe also a bit here. But honestly, I think maybe, so I thought maybe I'll leave it in for now. If I finish the whole thing and it looks really off, then okay, I'll frog it and I'll swap it for the right color. But if I finish the whole thing and I can't even see which color I mixed up and it still looks good, then I'm not gonna bother frogging it because I'm just happy with how much progress I made on it. I don't want to frog it out. It would just be so sad. So I may leave it in for now and hope for the best. Like, I hope it's not going to be that obviously wrong, because they are all pretty colors. They're really pretty shades of blue and purple, so I don't see why that would be so very wrong. So anyway, so that's what I've done. Okay, so now maybe I can show you some more retreat things. We're getting closer to the end, I promise. Okay, so one amazing thing that happened was there was a raffle. It was a really good raffle. Well, it was, yeah, I don't know, there was so many prizes, and you could, so there was two parts of the raffle. One, you could like, so we all got like raffle tickets that was part of our goodie bag when we entered the retreat, the Stitch in London. And you could then use those tickets to get a chance to win some specific prizes. So you could select which prizes you wanted to put your tickets for. And there was a lot of prizes. There was lots of different things you could win. But also you got like your own number, like your participant number, which was also like a raffle ticket. And that was for like a bigger prize. There was so many prizes. I don't know, Marie, who's organizing this retreat, Marie from Stitches and Diamonds, I will also link her in the description below. She did a fantastic job in, I don't know, in organizing all those prizes and, well, everything really. It was really, really good. But yeah, but having so many prizes for so many people, I feel like almost half of the people at the retreat won something at some point. So that, and also there was a big freebie table, which I'm going to show you as well, some stuff that I picked. But there was also a big freebie table with lots of stuff on it, and somehow stuff kept appearing on it as well. So that was great. There was lots of stuff to take home, honestly. Yeah, it was really, really good. But anyway, I won something. I won something in the raffle. I won this lovely project bag, which I kept for now because I wanted to show you guys. So I kept it packaged. Because also it came with this like floss organizer thing, and also let me take it out. It's got this lovely fabric in the back. There's something else. Oh yes, a needle minder. This lovely green needle minder. This is from the company I showed you last time, the Cotton and Clay. It's the same as the needle minders that I bought myself, but this one I won, and I don't know how to open it to show you guys, so maybe I'll just oh there it is. Okay, I've opened it. There it is. That's the needle minder. So it's like a peacock, so it's got peacock feathers on it, and it's like this lovely beautiful green. Okay, and it's matching the floss organizer. So the floss organizer is the same kind of material. Oh, it says it's got a note at the back. Oh, that's nice. Oh, all right. So apparently the person who sells these things is named Laura. I didn't know that. From Cotton and Clay. Yeah, they're very lovely things. Okay, so that's something I won. Oh yeah, and this lovely project bag. Look at this, guys. Yeah, so again, I don't have a lot of project bags, so any project bag that I get is very exciting. Especially that I have so many projects, so I'm always gonna have something to put inside. Yay, looks great, I think. All right. But yeah, on the freebie table, I picked up, well, there was lots of like charts and stuff, and there was a couple that even came with like beads and charms. And they looked really pretty. So one was for a biscornu. So they're both from the Sweetheart tree, which I've never came across before. And I'm not sure if I even know how to stitch this because it looks like it's got some specialty stitches in it. But it's just so pretty. I couldn't resist. I really like these corners, though I've only ever made one, but I really want to make more of them. This looks very, very pretty. And it came with bead and like this little heart. You see that heart in the middle? It came with that as well. But yeah, it's got beads as well. So that's really pretty. And there was another one. And this one actually has a key in it. Funnily enough, I forgot about that. But this one's got a key in it. And also some beads. But this one, this is really cute. I should actually stitch it for Valentine's, I think. Though I don't, well, to be honest, like I can't really give it to a man because it's a very girly thing. It's a very girly thing. So I don't know who I can give it to. But it says you hold the key to my... And then there's a heart stitched. So it's a very cute and very romantic gift, though it's very pink and girly. So I would have to get my husband to stitch it for me, I think, because what is he gonna do with that? But I just thought it's a really pretty design. And yeah, it's got this key charm as well that you can attach to it. So it's got that included here. And some beads. So I thought that was really cool, really cute, and I'd love to try and stitch that one day. So I picked it up from the freebie table, and I also picked some fabric from the freebie table. There was some hand-dyed fabric on the freebie table from Coffee Craft. I can never remember the full name of this the shop. Megan's Coffee Craft Fabrics, I think. Is that what it's called? I think so. Yes, Coffee Craft Fabrics. And so there were some Coffee Craft Fabrics freebies on the table. You could donate to breast, I think, was it breast cancer or cancer research or something like that. I think that's what it was. So you could make a donation basically for the freebies that you've picked up from the table. Should I unpack this? So I picked this one. Let me see if I can show you, but again, the light is not with me. I think daylight would be better for this, but it's evening, so we have to deal with what we have. So this is 28, sorry. Hello. This is 28 count, like a fat quarter piece of fabric. And it's like, how do I describe this? It is green, but it's not quite just green. It's more like, it's got like it's very light, it's very subtle, but it's like a very light green, like a spring green. So like more kind of yellowish, lighter green, with like little kind of like clouds of I say these are like clouds of yellow. Yellow, and even like some like almost white as well. So there's like some darker green, some like yellow. Yeah, let me see if I can show you a little bit closer. I think my camera deals better with this when I bring it a bit closer. Oh, it's really hard to show you guys this. It looks almost white on the camera, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe one day in daylight I can show you properly. But it is a very light kind of green / yellow, very pretty fabric. For something that's like spring and cheerful, something nature related, or like a fairy that's like, I don't know, like flower nature related fairy, I don't know, like spring fairy or something like that. I think this is a very spring color, makes me think of spring. Yeah, so it's a really lovely fabric, and yeah, it was free, well, or donation, but yeah, but really nice. So I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, it is 28 count, and that's, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, but I thought that was quite lucky to find that. I don't know. Anyway, I can't fold this now, but okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting there. But I also bought some fabrics. I bought some fabrics. So Megan from Coffee Craft Fabrics was on, well, her fabrics were on Buff Retreats. And in Redford on Floss Friends UK retreat, we also had fabrics from the Stitchy Ferret. So the Stitchy Ferret, actually, she was selling fabrics, well, separately, and she was also selling these little patterns, like little charts, and that were especially designed for the retreat as well. But they were together with a piece of fabric. And at that point, I was still looking for a nice, like nice light blue fabric. And that one also, there was different options, like different counts, and some of them were opalescents and some of them were not. But I love opalescent fabrics. And actually, for what I had in mind, the thing that I was telling you that I ordered some online, but then I used it for something else, obviously, because it wasn't anyway quite right for what I had in mind. But when I saw the opalescent fabric, I was like, this is actually perfect for what I need. Even though it came with a different chart, but I still wanted the fabric, so I still bought it. So the chart that it came with was this Santa. Now, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to stitch this Santa, so I was thinking maybe I will give it away at some point, maybe closer to Christmas, I don't know, or next year or something, I don't know. Because I'm not sure if this is something that I would necessarily stitch. I can insert here the finished picture because I think I took one of what it's meant to look like. I think there was a stitched model at the retreat. But yeah, I mostly bought it for the fabric, and then I thought, oh, I can always give it away. Like, I'm sure someone will want to stitch it. I know, I think Lizzie Fisher, who's also on Instagram and YouTube, I will link her YouTube below. She is stitching it at the moment and it's looking great, honestly. It's just, I'm not sure if this is something that I would want to stitch personally. But anyway, so the fabric I got with it is this. So again, it is like a cloud blue, but it's like a sparkly opalescent. And you can't see the sparkle on the camera. Oh, no, can you see the sparkle? Oh. It is very, very sparkly, and it's like this lovely, it's more wintry, it's like more wintry kind of fabric. So like, the other blue I showed you, it was more like summer sky blue, and this is more like a winter sky. Maybe it's the sparkle that makes the difference, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm dropping things here on the floor. But I was thinking of stitching this a little angel from Joanne Elliott on this fabric, because I was looking for something to stitch that's like not too big, but even I was thinking maybe putting it here if it fits, because I need some projects after I'm done with my autumn. So I've got this autumn design here, but I will need to rotate it throughout the year. So I will need to stitch some more things that fit on that little easel that I've got, that I can display here for you guys, because otherwise it's going to be very empty. I'm not going to have anything to show you. And I thought this angel is not too big, and actually even that could potentially work. I'm not sure. So this angel from Joanne Elliott, and I've got this cut out from a magazine that I got from eBay, I think. Yeah, but isn't she cute? You can get a lot of Joanne Elliott on eBay. But yeah, so I thought about stitching her on this fabric. I think she will look really, really pretty. And I may start her in November, I think, because, well, it's Christmas stitching and we're coming close to Christmas. So I think I'm going to pick up some of these like Christmassy stuff sometime soon, and she is something I really want to start. So yeah, so that's in plans. So now I feel like I've got fabric for it, so I'm ready to go. I've also ordered all the beads and cranic for her as well, and the DMCs that I was missing still. Okay, and finally I bought a piece of fabric that actually I wasn't sure why I bought it, because I normally buy fabric for a reason. I'm a kind of person who doesn't collect fabrics, though. Though I have built up, well, no, to be honest, I just have some simple fabrics, because I don't buy a lot of hand-dyed fabrics. Exactly for the reason that I need to buy with a project in mind. So I need to have something in mind, and then I can pick a fabric that I think will work for that project. It's much harder when I have a fabric and then to figure out what to stitch on it. And I think that could create a big mess. Like, I will keep buying fabrics and then I will have to find projects to stitch on them, and it just makes me want to start more and more things. So I think my head's gone funny. So oh, this is so fun. I'm getting used to this now. You know, I was feeling really uncomfortable at first, but now I'm kind of, oh, I like the witch look. No, but so I don't normally buy the fabrics just because they're pretty, but I thought this one was neutral enough, and it was very in my kind of vibe of colors, because again it was like bluish gray, so I thought, okay, because again there are so many projects that I want to stitch from Joanne Elliott, for example, that are like winter themed, and then there are some other things that like I think that I could find something that I like from the projects I want to stitch that would fit on this fabric, because it's quite a safe color, like a lot of things will work on it. That's what I thought. But then actually when I brought it home, it took me a while to work out what I could stitch on it. So then I thought, why did you buy it if you don't know what you're gonna stitch on it? But I think I've worked it out finally. So this one is another fat quarter, another opalescent one. Basically I fall in love with opalescent fabrics. I'm attracted to them, and mainly I notice I'm very attracted to even weaves. I just love even weave so much. So when I see an opalescent even weave, I'm like, oh, you know, I can't take my eyes off it. And so yes, that's my thing. So this is very sparkly. Hopefully you can see how sparkly it is. Now this is like again, my camera doesn't give it justice at all. But this is like, let me try this. Again, just to have some background. Hopefully you can see a bit. Yeah, this is more like it. But it's more blue than my camera shows, I think. So it's like this very sparkly. In my hat, it looks better. I can use it as a, oh yeah, see? Yeah. See how sparkly it is? It's very sparkly. And it's like this grey blue. And I thought, again, this is a very wintry kind of fabric. It makes me think of winter. So then I was looking for designs and then I went for designs that would work on it. And then I went through all the Joanne Elliott charts on like pole stitches and like Instagram and lots of places. And I was trying to see, because she's got lots of wintry designs, which I love. And I was trying to see if there's one of these designs that I think would look really good. And I found a couple that I thought would look really good on this fabric. And actually I even found a picture on Instagram with a very similar fabric of a project that I really like, of a design that I really like. And I thought, I think that's the one. And the more I looked at this design and this fabric, I think this is going to work. So, because I was already ordering cranic and beads for the other fairy, and I was on Pole Stitch's website because Lakeside Needlecraft didn't have everything in stock, and Pole Stitches is really good for beads and cranic. So I also ordered this. I think she will work. I mean, I saw a picture on Instagram of this stitch on a very similar piece of fabric, also opalescent, and she looked gorgeous. This is Enchanted Aurora. I love that these colors of her dress. This is me. This is me all over. Like these blues going into greens, going into purples. This is exactly the kind of colors that I love. Plus, I love owls. She's got like these sparkly leaves. These are like stitched with cranic, I think, as well. Sparkly leaves going down. She's got like some other animals. I love wildlife. I love everything about this chart. I think she's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. There was a lady at the retreat in Stitch in London who was stitching on some Joanne Elliott's, and I've never seen Joanne Elliott live. But these were so, she just had like bits of the dresses stitched, but these dresses, they already look so beautiful, even though they weren't even finished. I was like, oh yeah, I'd really love to stitch one. So I'm very excited about these two. I still have my not started. I have another design from Joanne Elliott that I kitted up about a year ago, and I still haven't started it. So I should also get going on that. So maybe I have to start all my Joanne Elliott's now. Yeah, but no, maybe not all at once. I don't know, but who knows what I'll do. But definitely the Christmas fairy. But I'm also very, very tempted to get started on this one here. I'm just still waiting for some of the flossers to arrive. But there's some beads here as well that I already have. Yeah. This one, so this is like for the first time ever I got the chart, John Elliott chart from Post Stitches, and it's printed on so many pages because it's printed really big. So it's very clear. It's printed in color, very, very clear, but it's like magnified so much that it's massive. There are so many pages to it. And then even the legend, there's like 5 pages of legend. I'm like scared of it now. This looks very complicated. I don't know why there are so many pages to it. But hopefully it should be nice and easy to read. That's what I hope. But we'll see. I will let you know, guys, when I stitch on it. Okay. So I think these are all my acquisitions, and I think I've showed you all of the gifts. I'm sorry if I missed something, but honestly there was just so much stuff at both retreats that I got from different people. You know, it was just too many things to remember, to be honest. But hopefully I showed you most things. I also got one gift when I came home. I came home and I had this big pile of mail where I found my fabric. But I also, there was a massive parcel, like a massive envelope. And I was wondering, what on earth did I order now? Like, honestly, I couldn't think what I ordered because I didn't actually order that many things. Like, I had some letters and stuff, but I didn't know what could I have ordered that was so big. And then I opened it. Guys, I told you about the All Things Sea Craft Along, right? Well, a few weeks ago, Louise, who's my lovely, very faithful subscriber who pretty much comments on every single one of my videos, and she is like the sweetest lady. She lives in Canada, and she sent me previously some gifts as well when I was, well, she sent me like diamond painting pens and then some hand creams and stuff. And a mask, like a face mask that she made, because she's very crafty and she can sew really, really well, and she can sew a lot of different things. She does diamond painting, and she says I'm motivating her to try cross stitch again after many years. Though I think she's got a bit of eyesight problems, so of course it's a bit difficult to see. But I think she's going to anyway try and give it a go, maybe with a magnifying glass, because she says I've motivated her to start it again. But she does she makes some beautiful things. Well, she also crochets a lot, to be fair. She makes crochet hats for everyone around her. She's a very kind soul. She works with you know, a lot of communities around her, kind of making things for people to help them out, you know, things that they can use. And she always has gifts for people. She always gives stuff away. So she's a really wonderful person, and I did not expect that. But I was wondering, what is this? Honestly, I opened the envelope and I couldn't figure it out. She did message me a few weeks ago, and she actually made a post on my All Things Sea Craft Along that she got this lovely sea fabric, and she was going to make some placemats for the table from that fabric. And apparently she had a friend who was either visiting UK or she lives in the UK, was coming back from Canada, and she asked the friend to send me this when she's in the UK. So, okay. Look at this, guys. This is wonderful. This is honestly the cutest, most wonderful thing ever. That I'm so moved. Because yeah, she sent, well, this is not all, so there's another one here. Okay, but this is not all. I've got, I think, four of these. Okay. like serviettes, and then 4 of these. Okay. Now, how wonderful is that? I'm speechless, honestly, even now. Like, I couldn't believe it when I opened it. I was like, how, what? And also, it was really funny because I think it was after the first day of Stitch in London. And I came home, I saw this pile of mail, and I was like, oh, I can't deal with this right now. I can't be bothered opening all this. So I just left that pile of mail. I think I just put it in one spot in my living room. It's like, I'll deal with it later. And then I think I was watching, like, and we were watching Breaking Bad with my husband. We were trying to get to the end of the show. So we were watching like 2 or 3 episodes that night. He's in Albania, but basically the way we do it is like we text each other and like, okay, press play now, and we press play, and then we text each other comments and stuff. But so, well, we finished the show now, but we started it when he was still in the UK, and then I said to him when he was leaving, I don't want to watch it without you, like we should still be watching it together, because we always watched it together. So that's how we did it. But so we were watching it, and then it got really late at night. It was probably close to midnight, and then suddenly I had this urge, like, okay, I should check what was in the mail. And that's when I opened this, and I was so shocked, because I honestly thought it was probably something I ordered, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. Like, what did I order? What, probably some useless, something, you know, something stupid, I don't know. But it was this. And it's just wonderful. Like, they're just so cute. So very, very cute. I can't believe it. So it amazes me every day how kind people are that I met through this. You know, that's why I do this. That's why I do this silly thing where I go on YouTube and I say silly things, and I don't know, today apparently I decided to be a witch, and I don't know, unbox diamond paintings, or I show you some silly stitching projects, or my failed stitching projects, or whatever it is. I do it because through that I meet you guys, and you are wonderful people to meet. And if I wasn't doing this, then I would have never met you, and that would be such a big shame, because you make such a big difference to my life. Honestly, you do. You don't even know that, but I struggle with mental health, which I will want to talk about on my channel at some point in more detail. But I was actually having this therapy assessment the other day, and I was talking how hard it is to deal with my anxiety, and like how it affects me. And then the lady asked me, so what helps you? Like what are the things that help you? And you know that this, like, stitching, but not just stitching, but connecting with you guys here on Instagram, on YouTube, sharing the projects, messaging with you guys, seeing your comments, it really helps me. Sometimes when I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna get up and deal with my life, and I don't know how I can cope, then I see your comments and they make me smile, and they make me feel, okay, I still want to keep doing this, you know. Yeah, I'm getting very emotional, but I don't want to make this into an emotional video, but you get my point, guys, okay? I am grateful for you being there, and I don't know, and I hope that these silly videos that I make are maybe helping one of you as well in some way, to not feel alone, to feel understood, because one thing about this channel, it's a silly channel, but it's I want to welcome everyone here. I think by being silly I can hopefully show you guys that you can be silly too with me. That you're not going to be judged for being silly, not on here. And you're not going to be judged if your stitching isn't perfect, or if you make a mistake and you have to frog, or you decide you have to restart, or you have, I don't know, if you feel like you've done something really silly, or you've your stitching is not good enough, then on this channel you don't have to ever feel that, because I'm probably worse than you. So that's okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to say this. Well, I wasn't planning actually on saying this at all. I just wanted to show you these, but somehow this brought me onto this topic. But anyway, so the very, very last thing that we all came here for, actually no, there's a surprise that I forgot to say at the beginning. There was a surprise at the end. but so the almost last thing. Lady Halloween. How much progress did I manage to make? So I picked her up on Monday. Today is Friday. Last time I showed you a week ago, I think on Saturday I showed you. That's what she looked like. This is where we are today. Oh, this is amazing. Look. We look so alike, don't we? Well, I couldn't get the curly hair, but still, I think we have lots in common. So, okay. So what I stitched her hat because I thought I have a hat, so I have to give her a hat too. She doesn't have arms still, so she's also a bit like from the horror. Like, you know, we have people without faces, without heads, and without arms today. She also, I stitched a bit further along here on her dress, but mainly I finished, I stitched this here. So like the little jars with stuff inside. I think this is really cute that you've got like a label that's like backstitched here with like to look like it's text on it. I've stitched this. And so now you have this second, so we had one spider here previously, but now we have a second spider, and I think these spiders are so cute. What else? And then I finished this motif, and I stitched the frog, which is what I said I wanted to do. So I had to stitch the frog. But just look at her, guys. She's amazing. Yeah, so we have the frog. So, Lady Halloween. Happy Halloween. Amazing. She makes me happy. Honestly, guys, this is one of my favorite projects. She is so easy to stitch. She takes like almost no effort to stitch because you don't have to look at the pattern very often, only when you do like these outlines. But a lot of stuff is either like filling in, like for example this cat, or like her blouse or the hat, you can just fill in. Well, her hair was a bit of an effort because it's irregular, so but I did mess it up a little bit on one side, but you can't see it. But I had to look at the chart a bit more. But like these jars also, you can just fill them in. Then you have like symmetrical things, like this is symmetrical or this is symmetrical, so you can kind of, when you stitch one of them, then you know how the next one was gonna look. So it's very intuitive. Even the frog is symmetrical, so if you stitch half of it, you know what the second half is gonna look like. So I thought she's very easy stitch. She only has 3 colors in her. Or you can stitch the grey and black. I don't know if the grey and black version also has 3 colors. Probably. So she only has 3 colors in her. So very easy. And I'm stitching her on 32 count Murano and cream clair. That's what it's called. I got it from so this is a chart by Jardin Privé, because I like to sound French when I'm not. Here, Jardin Privé. Jardin Privé, right? And so I got the paper chart from the shop, the colored version, And I also got the fabric from the same shop, and the flosses even I got, because she sells them and she puts them already on Flosstube for you as well. But yeah, so it's a cream clair color, so I guess it's like a cream in English. But yeah, it's 32 count Murano, and it's so easy to stitch on this fabric, this design. And I feel like the stitches look actually really nice, really neat on this count. And yeah, and I think this design really looks really nice on this fabric. So I'm very, very happy with her. Yeah, I may still get a few more stitches on her on Sunday, because I'm going to like a stitching meetup here in London that I found online on Facebook. So it's a spooky stitching meetup, so she's the only Halloween project I have at the moment. So I will be taking her with me, I think. And then depending how much time there will be, like, you know, between chatting, whatever, I may be able to put a few more stitches in her then. Okay, there was one more thing that I wanted to do today that I completely forgot about until now. I may maybe say something, like insert something in the beginning just to say, because I feel bad if someone clicked off, but you know, because it's been a long video, so someone could have clicked off, then maybe, you know, could have also participated, I don't know. But I thought it would be nice to do a giveaway for Halloween, because, you know, let's celebrate it together. And also because, as I said, I'm so grateful for you guys for being here, that I just want to say a massive thank you to you, that you're there, and that you like keep me company through my silliness, and you laugh along with me, and you say nice things to me, even though I don't do things perfectly. So yes, I wanted to say thank you. So I was wondering, you know, it'd be nice, like, I know I said I was gonna do a seahorse giveaway, and that is coming, but I didn't think that was the right occasion today to do the seahorse giveaway. I thought it would be nice to give you like a cute Halloweeny kind of chart that maybe you can stitch for next Halloween. And then I was thinking, oh, what cute Halloween charts do I know of? And I found this one. This is the Whimsy Witch's Angry House. I hope you can see it. It's a very small picture. If I can find it, I will try and insert here a bigger picture. Whimsy Witch's Angry House by Teresa Coggett. It's a very cute, relatively small chart that probably shouldn't take too long to stitch, though there is a bit of stitching in it from what I can see. Yeah, but I think that would be a nice thing to give away today. And it's a witch in a hat, like me. So I was thinking what word you could use in your comments to enter the giveaway, which you wouldn't use otherwise, seeing my costume, seeing how I look today, and seeing that I stitched the Lady Halloween, and you may want to comment on her as well. And there's a lot of common things in that picture. So I was thinking she's holding like this pumpkin basket for trick-and-treating. And I haven't mentioned pumpkins today at all, I don't think. And I don't normally talk about pumpkins, and I don't wear anything pumpkin. Although there are some tiny pumpkins behind me, but we've talked about them last week, so we're not going to talk about them again, are we? So, if you'd like to enter for this giveaway, you can enter wherever you are in the world, and I will just put it in an envelope, and hopefully this will reach you in a reasonable time. Though I can't promise, because that's really dependent on the postal service in my and your country, which is out of my control. But I intend to send it anywhere in the world. Yeah, just please be 18 or ask your parents to comment in case, because you need to give me your address in case if you win. It would be fantastic if you were a subscriber, because I really want this giveaway to maybe that's why I shouldn't announce it at the very beginning, because I really want this giveaway to reach the people who watch me. The people who are my subscribers best, but also or just these who make it to the end of the video and are still here. I think they deserve to win this for all the patience you've given me today. So if you'd like to enter, just leave a comment which includes the word pumpkin. Yeah, P-U-M-P. However you spell pumpkin. I can't do spelling very well. In my head, I need to see the word to spell it. P-U-M-P-K-I-N. Yes, pumpkin. Oh, there's a pumpkin word here. Because it says here, finished by Teresa Kogut on a wooden pumpkin. So you can, oh, this is, I didn't notice that before. It is a wooden pumpkin. This is finished on a wooden pumpkin from Hobby Lobby. So yes, P-U-M-P-K-I-N, pumpkin, as I'm sure you know how to spell pumpkin. Clearly I don't. Yes, so please just leave a comment including that word. And in my next Flosstube, I will basically, well, before my next Flosstube, just before I record it, I will use the random comment picker to pick one of you guys who used this word. And then in my next Flosstube, I will announce the winner, and then you can basically send me an email or something, and well, then we'll talk about it. When you win it, I'll tell you what to do. Okay. Yes, so that was the last thing I wanted to say today, and I can see this video is extremely long now, so I don't want to drag it on any longer. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. It was a really fun evening for me, celebrating Halloween with you. Yeah, I hope you're having a great Halloween. Yeah, have fun, whether you're trick-and-treating or not, or whatever you're doing, going to a costume party or just staying at home and stitching. I hope you have a great celebration, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a lovely evening or a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye!